Common mistakes buyers make and how to avoid them. Buying a home is one of the biggest commitments you'll make in a lifetime. If you can get it right the first time, you'll obviously increase the chances of adding more properties to your net wealth. In doing so, in this podcast, we discuss how you may be able to prevent some of the common mistakes buyers make. You may also enjoy some other articles that we have on different pieces of education in property on our website at www.crestproperty.net.au/market insights. The following are common mistakes buyers make. Not understanding your situation being the first. The most common mistakes buyers make is not understanding their situation at all. It's very exciting to think you're ready to buy a home, regardless if it's to occupy or invest. It is very important to understand your financial situation, including both your employment circumstances and your lifestyle needs. If you disregard your situation, this can cause you to lose the property quickly. Take the time to recognise what you owe, and what you can afford. We would recommend spending the time consulting a mortgage broker who can assess your financial situation, identify your borrowing capacity, and review your expected mortgage repayments. Having some form of indicative approval or pre-approval will ensure you're buying well within your means. Not properly researching your purchase. You may initially look at buying a home near a school or a park, but there are other items to research to ensure a good purchase. Understanding the location may be a real game changer. It's important to find out the crime rates in the area, the transport infrastructure, the amenities, and other possible upcoming zoning issues. Not all parts of the suburb are the same, so take note of the area. Waiting for an expected property downturn. Well, it's pretty sweet to purchase a bargain, but often a cheap deal may be too good to be true. The property market does move in cycles, so there are various stages in the cycle where prices may be cheaper or more favourable for a buyer. However, in tougher property cycles, it's often harder to find and access properties. Full stop. It's best to buy within your own needs, and that may not correlate directly with the property cycle. Don't gamble your investment. Buy when you can afford. Friends and family may mean well by providing advice and some knowledge that they've experienced. The media can also provide different pieces of information, but all these sorts of data that you receive can be very confusing and misleading. Family always want the best for you, but sometimes they don't quite know as much as what they probably think, and this can cause you further damages to what you're potentially going to do in advance. Spending past your budget. Once you start shopping, it's very easy to become emotionally attached to a property. This emotional attachment can cause you to impulse buy and blow your budget out. An extra $10,000 can be the difference between getting approval by the bank and losing the property altogether. To avoid common mistakes buyers make, consult a mortgage broker. If your mortgage broker makes it work and you acquire the property above budget, you could derail your finance in the future. When buying a property to occupy or invest, always shop within the guidelines of your bank approval. Don't allow temptation to get the better of you. Price is not actually everything. As we mentioned earlier, winning a bargain buy is very satisfying, but it's actually not everything. It's been acknowledged over time you make money in the buy, but that does not mean you must buy cheaply to do so. You'll be better off buying the right property rather than the cheapest one. The old real estate anecdote is price is what you pay, value is what you get. It sounds a little cliche, but the meaning rings true. It essentially means cheap properties can be sourced everywhere, but the longevity in generating an investment return may very well not compare to the right property. You can always buy cheap properties in secondary locations, but they may not produce the investment return to something that is better situated but cost a little bit more. Not considering the full cost to buy. Another common mistake buyers make is not considering the full costs. When buying a property, the purchase price is not the entire cost. There are a number of additional upfront costs associated to the purchase. Costs can include things such as stamp duty, loan application fees, mortgage insurance if you're borrowing more than 80%, conveyancing or legal costs, professional fees if required, and other government fees and charges. There are also ongoing costs that can be often overlooked. If you were boarding, renting, or living with parents, you may not have experienced the costs to keep the property. These could include council rates, gas and electricity usage, water rates or usage, owner's corporation fees if applicable, insurance being building and contents cover, and property maintenance. Ignoring the importance of employing a professional building inspector. When walking through a property pre-settlement, it's important to employ a building inspector. This applies to all property types and off the plan. A property inspector's service is to find defects or faults. Don't stress if they identify a few points to rectify. They are very pedantic and they are paid to find the smallest concern possible. If there are any major defects, particularly structural, then seek further advice, as this may cost you time and money in the long run. Do you need help? If you're in a situation where you're wanting to buy your next property or investment property, we have a proven process to help. There are many common mistakes buyers make. We can help avoid them for you. Please feel free to contact us at your earliest convenience to discuss your buying plans. You can contact us via our website at www.crestproperty.net.au, or you can certainly reach out via our email at info@crestproperty.net.au. Best of luck.